If you're waiting until you're pregnant to start feeling relaxed and happy again, might be waiting a really long time. Not because you might be pregnant now, you might be in your 2-week wait, you might be getting pregnant ASAP, but generally what happens is once we've been through infertility and maybe experienced loss, is we get pregnant, we're like, yay! Oh, what if I have miscarriage? What if something goes wrong? Oh my God. And what we do is we just change all the anxiety about not being able to get pregnant to anxiety about being able to stay pregnant. It's complete fucker. It's complete mind fuck. And it's horrible because the thing that you've wanted maybe for years and years, to be pregnant, this moment that you thought was going to be so joyous and so wonderful and you could share with all your friends, have you made it, suddenly isn't amazing. It's actually really, really hard and you're petrified. And you're like, oh my God, like, how am I gonna get through the next 9 months? Like, how is that gonna happen? We don't want to do that. What we want to do is build up your resilience now while you're trying to conceive, so that when you get pregnant, you can step into it with that gratitude and acceptance, and not in this toxic positivity state of, I will hold on to this baby and nothing bad will happen, but as in, I am pregnant, right now I am pregnant. Every moment, right now I am pregnant. And let's say the whole pregnant until proven otherwise, but that's not the energetic state we want you to be living in. During your 2-week wait, yes, definitely pregnant until proven otherwise. However, once you are actually pregnant, we don't want you looking for evidence of not being pregnant. What we want you to be doing is living your life and allowing yourself to enjoy the fact that you are pregnant. This starts while you're trying to conceive. And so we want to build up your resilience. We want you to feel like you're really stable, so that, you know, if the wind blew, if you're like balancing, hang on, I'm gonna have to do like a visual here. Hold on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but let's see. So if you imagine, if you have like absolutely no resilience, it's like you're doing this, like you're on tippy toes in snow boots, and you're balancing and you're like, whoa, and then one tiny thing happens, like you can't open the milk for your tea, and that tiny thing happens, you are down. Whereas if you are legs shoulder width apart, strong, knees slightly bent, not braced, but able to, if you're completely braced like this, like tensing against the entire world, something happens, rigidity, it just, and you're gone. However, what we want, strong base, but flexibility, flow. If something happens, it might knock you, but it doesn't flatten you, it doesn't completely destroy you. That's what we want. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about resilience. So my latest podcast series, how to emotionally and energetically prepare for IVF, and PS, it's not just IVF, it's just preparing for pregnancy. But this like pulls people in. Everyone gets a lot more focused when you're going into treatment. So that's what I've titled it, but it's suitable for however you are trying to add or grow to your family. That's what we talk about in resilience. So in part 1 of that 3-part podcast series, I'm talking about how to build up this resilience, how to feel like, so when I was trying to conceive, it was literally as if like a puff of wind, like one little tiny negative comment from someone would just floor me, because I had no resilience whatsoever. I was just like a husk of a person, and I was just emotionally just teetering on the edge. I had no resilience. So I talk about how to build up resilience. In part 2, I'm talking about how to clear the way for pregnancy. So this is where we're uncovering and clearing any emotional or energetic blocks that may be preventing you from getting or staying pregnant. And then in part 3 is the exciting bit, where we bring in the aligning energetically and creating the life that you want. This is not just about getting pregnant. This is about in other areas of your life as well, and ensuring that your mental well-being is the center pinpoint of everything that you do. And it all links in, these 3 parts building on each other. So I want you to go and check that out. Get back to me. How does it feel? Like, do you feel like you're standing on tiptoe in the woods in snow boots and you're about to be knocked over? Or does it feel that you can flex and bend with what's happening? Let me know.